Let's lay down on our backs. Legs extended in front of the body. Allow the toes to fall open to the sides. Check with the calves and the thighs. Sometimes we're tensing up the legs as we lay down in this position. So take a moment to almost scan the legs from the toes, gently coming up through the feet, the ankles, the knees. And allow the legs to relax completely. And then turning attention to the arms and making sure the palms are facing up. So we find an open position. Check with the shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed and rotating back away from the ears, down towards the waist. And let's bring full attention onto the belly and watch our breath. Natural diaphragmatic breaths, allowing the belly to expand in the inhale, finding softness, relaxing deeply on the exhale as the navel falls back in. Quiet the mind. Watch the thoughts come and go. And very gently we can begin to leave them outside of the room. Making space for our yoga practice. Let's bring the legs together, raise the arms above the head, interlace the fingers, give ourselves a nice stretch. And exhale, release, bend the knees. Let's roll to the right side on the mat and slowly prop yourselves up and come meet me in a seated position. We'll keep breathing for a moment. Legs are crossed or in a comfortable position that is symmetric, so the same on both sides. Spine straight, growing tall through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders. Sometimes sitting cross-legged like this is not the most comfortable position. And without even noticing, we start to tense up different parts of the body to compensate, to be able to maintain the position for a longer period of time. If you notice that your knees are higher than your pelvis, you may want to sit on a block or a cushion so that you can relax the legs. And we're looking for a balance between the effort that we are making in order to maintain ourselves sitting upright and relaxation. So almost an easy effort, just enough to keep us in place, but to allow us to maintain our place with softness. Finding gentle presence in the moment, in the breath. And let's begin to deepen the breath, filling the stomach with air. And then the lungs allow the ribcage to expand. Feel the throat. And exhale slowly and with control from stomach, lungs, and throat. Keep breathing deeply, observing the breath, full yogic breaths. Breathing naturally into the stomach again, we'll prepare for 2 rounds of Kapalbhati, and we will do 20 pumps per round. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and begin. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale deeply, exhale deeply, take an easy breath in and hold the breath. Slowly and with control, exhale all the air out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and begin. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply. Take an easy breath in and hold the breath. And as you hold, relax the legs, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. No effort, no tension. And slowly and with control, exhale all the air out. Take your time, there's no hurry. And keep breathing naturally into the stomach. Let's open the eyes, raise the arms above your head, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up and push up. Shoulders away from the ears, pressing gently from the palms of the hands. Exhale, release, and interlace in front of you. Turn the palms out, curl the back, push away, separating the shoulder blades. Push as if you wanted to touch the screen. Push, push, push. And the navel pulls back into the spine. Release, interlace the hands behind your body. Keep the chest open, straighten the elbows, and lift as much as we can. It doesn't have to be very high. Find your stretch and make sure you can breathe. And release. Let's come onto all fours and begin to find some movements in the spine. We're going to be working a bit on the spine, on the shoulders, and on the upper back today. Hands right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, fingers spread wide apart, press gently on the mat. On the inhale, let's gently press the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, look up if that's comfortable for you, cow. Exhale, curl the back, lift the navel towards the spine, cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slow mindful movements. Exhale. Paying attention to the shoulder blades, pressing forward through the hips. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And come back to neutral. Maybe take a step back on your mat. Make sure you have space in front of you. Keep the hips right above the knees and walk just the hands forward. So the hips stay above the knees. We walk forward with the hands and lower the forehead on the mat. And you may feel a stretch, maybe the upper back, the shoulders. Keep the arms active. And if your forehead touches the mat, make sure to keep it light. If your chest feels open, you have the option to begin to draw the shoulder blades towards each other and towards the waist. And see if you can drop your chest and chin to the mat. If this is too much, if it's not happening, or if you feel like you need to walk your hands forward in order to do this, there's no need to go this far. Two more breaths. And pressing on the hands. Slowly come back up to all fours. Let's curl the toes. And on an inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Find your downward facing dog. And maybe let's begin to bicycle the legs a little bit. Find some movement in the legs, in the knees. Maybe sway the hips from side to side if that feels good for you. We're just beginning to loosen up the lower body. Sink the chest between the shoulders. Relax the neck. Let's stop here for a moment. Find stillness in your downward facing dog, wherever you are. Press back through the hips, finding length in the sides of the body. Look at your hands and walk towards them. And once we are at the top of the mat, let's slowly roll all the way up. And prepare for a couple of rounds of the sun salutation. Feet are together or parallel to each other underneath the hips. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. Let's take a moment here to connect with the breath again. Grounding down through the soles of the feet. Tuck the tailbone in, ribcage in. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And on the next inhale, let's raise the arms up. Maybe arch slightly. Exhale, keeping the spine straight, slowly fold forward all the way, hands on the mat. Right foot back, knee on the mat, look in front of you and smile. Plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Hold, plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Hold, plank. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right. Inhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. Let's take the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, elbows close to the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, prayer. And stay here. Catch the breath. Inhale, arms up and gently arch. Exhale, fold. And this time we're going to take the left leg back. Left leg back, knee on the mat. And we're going to find our Anjanayasana, Crescent Lunge. So sink the hips forward. Sink, sink, find your stretch. And your hands can rest on your right thigh. While you make adjustments, make sure the hips are facing straight ahead in front of you. If this is okay, then you can lift your arms up. And make sure that we are not overarching the back. Find lifting in the chest. And keep sinking down through the hips. Now we're going to transition into a high lunge. See if we can curl the left toes. And with control, lift that left knee off the mat. Push through the left heel. Balance. Keep lifting up through the hands, opening the heart. And on your next inhale, let's extend that front leg and come all the way up to standing. Release the arms by the sides of the body and turn both feet to the long side of your mat. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel to each other and the toes are turned slightly in. We'll take a forward fold here. Your hands can come on your waist. Inhale, elongate your spine. And as we exhale, keeping that length, let's fold forward as much as we can. Keep the spine long, beautiful, good job. Now see if we can place the hands down on the mat. Good job. Now with the hands down on the mat, flat on the mat, let's see if we can draw the shoulders back and elongate the spine a little bit more. Shoulder blades draw towards each other in the waist and we project the chest forward. If that's too much, you can stay here. You can also use blocks or props under your hands to elevate yourself a little bit. Otherwise, keep finding length. And if you feel like your body can go a little lower, you can also begin to fold a little deeper. Be very mindful of that length in your back, of the shoulders drawing back. Yes. So, pay attention to your spine and find that length. We don't need to go super deep and certainly our head doesn't need to touch the mat. So focus just on pivoting from the hips for elongation of your upper body. Once again, bring attention to the shoulders. If you find that they're creeping out towards your ears, roll them back a little bit. Beautiful, good job. Breathe deeply. Slow exhales. And inhale. Let's roll all the way up. Take a breath here. If your feet slid a little bit on the mat, sometimes it happens, you can adjust your position. And let's bring our hands behind our back. Interlace the fingers. Straighten the elbows. Once again, inhale here and open the heart. Pull through the arms. Exhale, keeping the spine long. We're going to do the same thing. Fold forward, spine long, and let your arms take you. Now it's very easy here when we pull through the arms to let the shoulders come up to the ears. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears as you continue, yes, to pull through the arms. Breathe, deep breaths. And again, it doesn't matter how deep we are. One more breath. And on the next inhale, let's slowly roll up. Release the arms. Breathe here for a moment. And we will take a standing twist. So bring the arms to a T. And let's turn to the right side. Bring the left hand on your right foot or on your right leg or on something underneath you like a prop. And then see if you can keep turning to look up at the ceiling. Yes. So on your exhale, look down at your left hand. And on the inhale, look up and maybe twist a little deeper. Yes. Let's do that 3 more times. on your own breath. So follow your own breath, looking down. And twisting just a little deeper. Strong on the legs. And on your next inhale, let's come all the way up. Arms to a T. Catch the breath. Right hand to the left foot, or the left leg, or the mat, or the floor, wherever it comes. Let's twist. Look up at the ceiling if we can, otherwise in front of us. Exhale, look down at the right hand. And inhale, twist just a little deeper. 2 more breaths on your own time. And on your next inhale, let's come all the way up. Let's turn the left foot back on the mat and come on the toes of the right foot into a high lunge. So we're now in a high lunge in the opposite side from what we did before. Pushing through the right heel, back knee straight, and lift through the chest, through the heart. Lower that right knee with control. Relax the right toes, Anjanayasana, sinking from the hips. Both hands on the mat in front of you. Curl the toes, plank. Don't worry, I know we're upside down. We will come back. Knees, chest, and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale the left foot between the hands. Let's bring the right foot about 1 step forward and come up to standing. Alignment, heel to heel. And the toes of the right foot are diagonally open to the side. Arms behind the back. Hands in reverse prayer or in fists, or you can hold your elbows if that feels better for you. Inhale here. And as we exhale, pulling back through the left hip, keeping length in the spine, fold forward onto that left leg. Keep the chest open. Take deep breaths. And remember, it doesn't matter how deep we go. Feel the stretch. Look at the left toe. Next, inhale, slowly come up. And we'll turn now to the front of the mat. Readjust your alignment, heel to heel if necessary. Inhale here. And exhale, pulling back through the right hip this time, keeping length in the spine. Fold onto that right leg. You don't need to go very deep. Staying parallel to the floor is okay too. Neck in line with the spine. Chest open. And remember to activate that front leg. The right hip continues to pull back. And the crown of the head pulls forward. Inhale, coming up. Release the hands. Bring the hands down on the mat. Step back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the right foot between the hands. Left knee on the mat. And let's take here again Anjanayasana. Sink into your hips. Lift from the chest. Slowly let's come up. Let's place the hands on the right thigh first. And now let's see if we can extend the right leg in front of us. And the hands may come on the mat if we reach. You can also use props under the hands if necessary. Inhale, open the heart here for a moment. So almost as if you were doing the cat and cow that we did before. And as we exhale, keeping that length, fold onto the right leg. Keep pulling back through the right hip. So the same pose we just did standing, almost the same motion. Right hip pulls back. Crown of the head pulls forward. The chest remains open. Ardha Hanumanasana. This is half splits. Inhale, coming up. Place the sole of the right foot on the mat. And we can bring that right foot a little closer to ourselves. So it comes right underneath the right knee. And you can play a little bit with your stance here. If the feet are too close to each other towards the center line of the body and you feel a little bit unbalanced, you can always walk the right foot a little bit more to the right. And we're going to bend the left knee. If your left knee is sensitive or you feel any pain, feel free to insert a folded blanket or anything that you have laying around the house. We're going to bend that knee. And if you can, catch it with your hand. Otherwise, you can use the strap already here at this stage. Catch with one hand. Keep the chest open. Keep your balance. See if you can catch that foot with both hands. And bring that foot close to your body. Feel free to use the strap. And once you have the foot, keep it close to your body. And begin to open your chest and draw the shoulders down, away from the ears. Find your balance. It can be a tricky one. Good job, John. Find your catch first with the strap or the towel. And then slowly, with the breath, work with the breath. Yes, bring it back. And let's go down of that foot. And coming to all fours, we will simply just change the side. Let's bring the left foot front now and find our Anjanayasana. So walking the right knee ever so slightly back. Maybe bring the hands on the left thigh first. Adjust here. Sink into the hips, and whenever we are ready, we can lift up through the heart, raise the arms up. And see if, as we continue to raise the arms, if we can continue to draw the shoulders away from the ears and the shoulder blades go down towards the waist. And slowly, let's come up. both hands on that left thigh, and let's gently extend that left leg. Use the hands for support if needed, and use any props that you need as well under the hands. They come on the mat. Inhale, open the heart, elongate the spine, and pull back through the left thigh. Push through the left heel so the left foot is flexed. And as you exhale, fold onto that left leg. Keep the spine straight. Pay attention to subtle adjustments in the shoulders, in the heart, and prioritize length over depth. On your next inhale, slowly coming up, let's bring the sole of the left foot on the mat and bring the foot a little closer to ourselves. So the left foot is right underneath the left knee. If we need padding under the right knee, we can insert it now and find your stance for balance. If you need to open the left foot to the side, that's okay. And let's begin to bend the right knee. Catch the foot, use your strap if you like. And once you have the foot, take a moment to check with your breath to make sure that we are balanced. And if you like, you can catch the foot with both hands. Bring the foot closer to yourself. Begin to open the heart. Throw the shoulders down. Beautiful. Play with the balance. And slowly let's let go of that left foot and come onto all fours for a moment. And let's now begin to move into the action pigeon pose. We will bring the right knee close to the right hand, almost behind the right hand, and then open the right foot to the side. So the right shin doesn't need to be parallel to the front edge of the mat. It can totally be diagonal. Listen to your body. Once we have the right leg, begin to walk back through the left. And let's see if we can sit down all the way onto that right hip. If we cannot sit down all the way, we can insert a cushion or a block underneath the hip. Hands by the sides of the body, placed on the mat. And let's sit up right here for a moment. Lift the chest. Yes, and sink through the hips. You may feel the beginning of a stretch on the left hip flexor. So we're sinking here. And as we sink, we use that resistance to open the heart. You may also feel a stretch in your belly. And next exhale, let's fold forward. Keep the integrity of your form in your hips so we don't fold sideways. And we can come on our hands or our forearms. You can go as deep as you like. Just make sure that you can breathe. Check with the shoulders. Draw them away from the ears. Check with any sensation in the right hip area. And let's check with the left leg as well. Pay attention to your left thigh. feel it. Let's see what our left leg is doing. And see if you can rotate your left thigh internally. It doesn't have to be a big movement. It can be a very subtle adjustment, just internally, just an activation of the muscle. Rotating the left thigh internally and using the ball of the left foot to press against the mat. And see if that affects your stretching anyway. Slowly walking the hands back towards yourself. Let's sit up right here again for a moment and see if your base feels different now. Let's bend the left leg and catch with the left hand the left ankle and maybe press away a little bit through the left foot, opening the heart. Let's see if we can switch. You can use your strap for this if necessary. Grabbing the left ankle with the right hand. I have problems with left and right. And push away. Balance, John. Yes, use the towel. Good job. Yes. And let's see if we can catch with both hands. And now, if you like, if you have your strap handy, we can take our strap and pass it around the ball of that left foot. Catch the strap and see if we can rotate from the shoulder. We have this, rotate. Now you may need to play a little bit with the distance of how close to the foot you're holding. The closer to the foot, the harder. So if we can rotate all the way, we may give ourselves a little bit more space. And you can, yes, Olga, you can see if you can catch the towel or the strap with both hands and see how that feels. Balance. Sinking from the hips, beautiful. Nice. Good job. Good job, John. Yes. Breathe. Cramp. It can be a crampy pose, yes. Whenever you're ready, take your time. Let's come back to all fours first. And from all fours, let's take a quick downward facing dog. And maybe here, walk the leg and release any cramp, any tension. Sway the hips from side to side. Basically, do any movements that feel good for you to release any tension, anything that may have come up. And let's drop the knees on the mat and bring the left knee close to the left hand behind the left wrist if we like. Open the left foot to the side and walk back through the right leg. Find our seat. If we like, we can have a cushion or a prop underneath the left hip. And let's sit upright here for a moment. Keep the right leg very active. And maybe begin to find that internal rotation in the right thigh. So it may want to, the right thigh may want to rotate externally and kind of throw you off to the left side. So we take that right thigh and we rotate it internally to keep us in place. And on your next exhale, slowly fold forward as deep as you like. Make sure that you can breathe. Check with the shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed, away from the ears. Check with any sensation in the left hip. And maintain that internal rotation of the right thigh. The right foot presses against the mat. And slowly walk the hands back towards ourselves, hands by the sides of the body. And let's sit upright and feel any difference in the base. Bend the right knee, and with the right hand catch that right ankle and maybe gently push away, opening the heart. Good job. Let's see if we can switch sides. Catch the ankle with the left hand and press away. Gets a little trickier. And we may even want to try with both hands. Good job. It's a game. It's a game. We all fall. Now, if you like, you can take your strap, pass it around the ball of the right foot. And we can see if we can rotate the shoulder just here. And you can play with the distance. Again, the hand doesn't need to be very close to the foot, so we can give ourselves some wiggle room. And once we have it, yes, we can try to see if we can catch the strap with both hands. Now, a trick here with the second hand, don't go for the strap, go for your other hand. Because you don't know where the strap is, but you know where your hand is, right? And now see, once you have that, so you go for your other hand first, because that's easier to find than going for the strap, right? You go for your hand, and then once you have your hand, you can begin to see if you can walk a little bit down the strap, even just a millimeter. Let's give it one go. So go for your other hand or for your wrist. Yes, nice try, John. Yes. Once you have the hand, take a moment to breathe. Yes. And you can begin to slowly, yes, walk both hands down. Open the heart, roll the shoulders back. Yes. Beautiful. It's a good start. There we go. Allow the hips to sink deeper. Yes. And lift from the rib cage. Good job. We'll keep working on this. Good job, guys. Let's take a downward facing dog to release again the back. Let's release the back. And let's release the hips. It's a very intense pose, but it's also a lot of fun to play with. And to further release the back, let's do one crow pose. Let's come to squatting and fly. So crow pose is usually thought as just an arm balance, but it's actually also a forward fold, because we are folding forward. We're gonna fly, John. Ready to fly? Place the hands down. Yes, slide forward and lift. And we're not only folding forward, we're also working with our core. So it's a great way to counter intense back bends. 2 more breaths here. Good job, guys. And let's release. Let's come to lay on our back. We'll take a spinal twist and we'll move into Shavasana. So laying all the way down, arms to a T by the sides of your body. Bend the knees and let's wrap the right leg around the left. We can just cross the legs, or if you like, you can also hook the right foot around the left calf and drop both legs to the left side of your body. Keep both shoulders as close to the mat as we can and look over to your right hand. On your next inhale, lift the legs up again to center and switch the wrap. Left leg over the right. And let's drop both knees to the right side of the body. Shoulders close to the mat. And look over to your left hand if it doesn't bother your neck. Otherwise, you can keep the head neutral. Inhale, coming back to center and wrap the legs. Maybe give your knees a hug to your chest, relax the shoulders here. And as you keep hugging the knees to your chest, drop the tailbone down towards the mat. Maybe roll a little bit to the sides or back and forth if you like. And let's find our Shavasana, extending the legs in front of us. Arms by the sides of the body, palms facing up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Relax the jaw. Allow the breath to flow naturally. And allow the body to fall into a deep state of relaxation. Slowly begin to bring awareness back inside your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring the feet together. Raise the arms above your head. Interlace your fingers and give yourself a nice good morning stretch. And exhale, release. Bend the knees and roll to the right side on your mat. Whenever you're ready on your own time, gently prop yourself up and come meet me in a seated position. Legs are crossed, spine straight, hands on your knees or chin mudra. Close your eyes and breathe here for a moment. And as you close your eyes, you may rest your gaze in the blank space ahead of you. Watch your mind. See if maybe there's a little bit more space now. Chanting Om, inhale. Slowly open your eyes. Hands to heart. Thank you guys for practicing with me.